You have volunteered to be a part of Vacation Bible School this year, Superheroes, the final chapter, and that is why you are watching this video. This is a training video for the ages of 1st through 3rd grade classroom teacher. This year at VBS, we are going to get to learn about a real-life superhero, Elijah. Elijah was bold. He stood up for God in a time where no one else was. And so we are going to study him under the context, the fun theme of superheroes, and we are going to have an absolute blast. I cannot wait for this year to happen. We have 3 hours with kids every day. During those 3 hours, we are very intentional about the way that we teach them about the Lord. They will have an opportunity to visit the big show, which is going to be so fun, where all these superhero characters come and put on a great fun experience for them as a big object lesson for our main point every day. They will get to go and do crafts. They will get to go to master teaching, where the Bible story will be taught in an engaging way, where they can see the story acted out live behind our master teacher. And they will get to understand the Bible in a way that is easy for them to understand. And then there's you. They will get to do all sorts of engaging activities that will help them understand how to not only understand what the Bible story says, but how to apply it to their lives. And it is a very, very important job that you have. So during that time, we have a way that we have organized the curriculum to help you accomplish everything that you need to accomplish in the time that you have with those kids. First of all, and most importantly, is the leader devotion. In every episode, there will be a leader devotion because it is impossible for you to teach a lesson that you don't personally know. So we encourage you to take time to read the Bible, study it for yourselves, pray over that lesson, pray over the kids and families in your class that you don't even know who will be there or what God has to say to them. Take time to prepare personally before you prepare for the activities. That's step one. Secondly, we have a section called Welcome Activities. These are activities that are very easy for you and your classroom to play while everybody is checking in. Kids should be able to join in easily in these activities. They can be played in the first 20 to 25 minutes as kids start to arrive. Next, we have a section called Classroom Connection. During this section, you have even more activities that everybody can come together and play, and then you make a connection after every activity. This connection helps you not just play the game, but understand how it applies to their life and to the Bible story that they've just learned. And you'll have a few minutes to do that section as well. After that, we have a section called Mission Moment. Your mission moment helps kids understand the real need that people in this city have. This year, we are collecting missions for a group called Loving Kids. Loving Kids helps schools in the Houston area who are underfunded and just need help cleaning things, helping tutor the kids, and the money that they give, the school supplies that we donate this year, will go to that group. So during the missions moment, we get to encourage them to not just hear about Jesus, but to actually be the hands and feet of Jesus as well. Episode 1. Today we get to learn that superheroes stand up for God because God is powerful. We're going to learn the story about Elijah and the widow, how the widow's oil and food never ran out, and how the widow's son came back to life. To do that, we have a couple of really fun activities. First, in the welcome section, I have a friend here who's going to help me. Thank you, Abby. Our first activity is a getting to know you activity. So you're gonna have a beach ball and we're gonna toss it back and forth. When the person catches the beach ball, that person will say their name and their favorite superhero. You could also do your name and whatever superpower you want to have. So for now, we're just gonna do your name and your favorite superhero, okay? Let's show you.
My name is Abigail and my favorite superhero is Superman.
Really? All right, throw it back. My name's Kelly, and my favorite superhero is Superman. So that's not that exciting. I guess we have the same superhero, but now we have something in common. And it's a good way to get to learn kids' names and to get to learn something fun about them. You could even take this to the next level, and as you get to do their names, you can challenge somebody to, when that person catches the ball, say, okay, wait, I remember your name is Abigail and you liked Superman, and see if they can get to know each other's names a little better as they come in to class. Thank you very much. Activity 2. Now activity 2 is going to need a little bit of prep work. As you can see, we have taped out with white painter's tape on the ground 5 different squares. Now these squares in our small video-sized classroom are all right next to each other, but in your classroom you can spread these squares out in each corner of your room. 4 of those squares are for the kids and 1 is for you. So to explain this activity, I really have to start at the end. Each of these colors here are different paper scraps that the kids are going to get. You want to make sure that the total of their paper scraps will fit and completely cover your 5th square here. Okay? During the activity, they will only be allowed to touch their colored paper scrap, but you need to know that at the end, when they give all of their paper scraps to you, it will completely cover yours. All of the other butcher paper things I have nicely folded and hidden in my Activity 2 Day 1 bag so that the kids don't know I have it. That's what you need to do to prepare for Activity 2 in Episode 1. Now I'm going to show you how it's actually going to be played. So during class for Activity 2, you will have all of the colors mixed up in your hand. When I say go, and I have some friends here who are about to help me, when I say go, everyone will rush to grab only their assigned color card. Then they will try to cover their assigned square with that color. And we're going to call them force fields because it's superheroes, and why not? So we're going to say you have to completely protect your town square by covering them with your color force field. Then halfway through the game, I'll pause. You'll see how it goes. Here we go. Ready? Ready, helpers? Okay. On your mark, get set, go. Try to completely cover your square with only your color force field. Now what you and I know, but they don't, is that there's no way they're going to be able to completely cover their force field on their own. They just don't have enough squares. So we'll let them try for a little while, and then once they get confused or frustrated, we'll pause the game. Okay, so pause everybody. Now, it doesn't look like you have enough force fields to actually completely cover your town square. So here's what I'm going to do. The problem is you have some, but I don't have any over here in square number 5. I need you, will you please give me everything you have, every force field you have, and put it in square number 5, and trust me that I will be able to give you something to take care of your town square. I know you don't see that I'm holding anything right now, but I promise you, if you give me everything you have to give to this square, then I will give you everything you need in return. You want to do it? Are you going to give me your stuff? Okay, if you want to do it, go ahead and put it in square number 5. And once I have everything, then I will give you your force field. Okay, now you have already seen how this looks at the end because you already measured it out. I'm just telling you, smart teachers plan ahead. They already know what the end of the game is going to look like. Please don't try this without measuring it out because you'll have a harder time making the connection. And that's good enough. I know that if we had time, we would sit here and watch the whole thing. But what I'm going to do, because you gave me everything, I now give you a full force field that covers every part of your square. Okay? There you go. So you can completely cover.
But I really got that covered first.
Okay, awesome. So now our entire city, our entire area is protected. Hey, boys and girls, this is what this means. Today, I know we haven't learned it yet, but today we're going to learn a story about Elijah. It's from 1 Kings 17. And in this story, a widow who was really poor gave everything she had to help Elijah. And in return, God took care of her 100%. Even though she didn't know how he was going to do it, we can trust that God is powerful enough to do everything he says he can do. Say that with me, everybody. God is powerful. Ready?
God is powerful.
And that is Activity 2. Episode 1, Activity 3 is called Hero and Citizen. You're going to protect the citizen in this game with the dodgeball. So what we have is we have a classroom of kids. These kids are a little older. They're helping me out. We have a classroom of kids in a circle with 2 people in the middle. So that you can see what's happening, we've left a gap in the circle so you can see what's going on inside. Instruct the kids that you do not throw overhand. We are not doing sidearm. You're just tossing underhanded, or you can roll the ball across the circle. The goal for the kids on the outside is to hit the citizen in the middle of the circle. The hero's job is to protect the citizen from getting hit with the ball. Let's see how it works. All right, let's see how the hero right here, Pastor Michael's going to be the hero, and my friend Abby is going to be the citizen, and we are going to start this game. Ready? Okay, here we go.
Whoa. Sorry.
Also, you should probably have a bigger circle to avoid what you just saw, and instruct the hero not to spike the ball, just protect.
Like a
Try this
goalie.
again. All right. Activity 3. Trying to get the citizen. All right. So, oh, good job. So you can kind of work together, have them toss it around the circle.
I mean, man, this is defense. Shuffling his feet.
Oh. Underhand. Oh, we got her.
Oh,
Now,
I didn't go under.
because he got her.
Hi.
Hold on, listen. Because he got her, Tyler now becomes the hero, and Michael now becomes the citizen, and Abby gets to join the group. Okay, so let's do one time like that so we can kind of see how it plays, and it's a big rotation. Ready, go.
Bro.
Don't spike the ball.
Okay, all right.
So after that activity, grab the dodgeball and have everybody sit down so that you can make the connection. Ask them, where was the citizen the safest during that game? Well, the obvious answer is they were the safest when they were behind the hero. The hero was supposed to protect the citizen from all the things going on around it, and you wanted the hero to be strong, right? Well, in that game, the hero wasn't always able to protect the citizen. How is that different from God, how God protects us? The answer is that God is powerful, and he can protect you no matter what is going on. He is strong enough to handle any situation, no matter how dangerous it may feel. He is in control, and that is a good thing. Activity 4 is a classic game of telephone. You get all of your kids in one big line and say a very difficult sentence to the kid in the first row, and you whisper it and try and keep it a secret all the way down. So I would whisper something like, Super Sally's silly shoes were so big. Something random like that, right? Okay, and then you whisper that to that kid. That kid then has to turn to the next child and whisper the same sentence. By the time it gets to the end, it will most likely be something completely different. So you play that game a couple of times, coming up with a different funny sentence each time. Then you gather them together and make the connection. You know, when you had to talk this way and you had to go through all of these other people to get to the end, the message never came out right. It did not work well. Thankfully, we don't have to do that when we talk to God. We don't have to go through all of these other people. When we talk to God, we can pray straight to him because of Jesus. And that is a good thing. When Elijah was in trouble, when he felt like he needed help, he was able to pray and he could talk straight to God. The mission moment / craft for today is a bank box. You'll be provided with these little boxes. They unfold and it's got a slot in the top where the kids can take this home and collect money for our missions this year, which is Loving Kids Ministries. For the craft, they get to decorate all over the box with markers, stickers, whatever you've been provided with in your bag. You get to use that to decorate the box. Then, after everybody's pretty much done, have everybody put the markers down and look at you so that you can make the connection. Explain that Loving Kids Ministries is a really great ministry that helps kids in needs all around our city. They can be a part of that by collecting money and giving it to the offering. That offering will all go straight to those kids. Ways that they can collect money, because for children, they don't make money. They might make an allowance that they could give from, but they could also ask their parents if they could do a few extra chores around the house to help raise money for these people. They could ask their parents to donate school supplies, all kinds of different things. Give them ideas of ways that they can participate, that they can make a difference this year at VBS. Our memory verse for this year is 1 Corinthians 16, 13 through 14. We're using the New Living Translation of this verse, and I absolutely love this verse. So I'm excited to have everybody memorize it. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to read the verse together. As you can see behind me, we have several different graphics that will help the kids not only remember the words, but understand what it means. It's important that we prioritize teaching what it means above just what the words are. So how we do that, we're going to read it together. We'll all say, be on guard, stand firm in the faith, be courageous, be strong, and let everything you do be done in love. 1 Corinthians 16, 13 through 14. Today, our first day, we are only going to focus on this first part right here. Be on guard, stand firm in the faith. Now, you can see there's a guard here in front of on guard. What do you think that we have to guard against? What are some things that we have to ask God to give us strength for? Definitely, we have to be on guard against choosing the wrong thing, right? We have to ask God to help us be strong and make the right choices. We can stand firm in the faith. All day during VBS, we have been talking about how important it is to stand up for God. And that doesn't mean physically standing up. It means choosing to do what is right, even though no one else around you is doing the right thing. That's not always easy to do. But when you have Jesus as the boss of your life, God will give you the power to do what is right, because God is powerful. So let's make up motions to the first part of that verse. First, we're going to say be. Well, there's a be there. So if you wanted to, we could go bzz, be on guard. We'll do what the guard is doing. So be on guard. Stand firm. As you can see right here, there's a little guy on a rock, and he's climbing up this rock. You know that that rock is not going to let him down. He is safe up there. So stand firm in the faith. One more time. Be on guard. Stand firm in the faith. And you will repeat that several times with them until they learn what it means. In addition, your kids will have their own smaller version of this verse and the graphics. On one side of the card will be the graphic, and on the other side will be the words. Once you have the first part down, you can encourage them to take these cards out, mix them around, and put it together like a puzzle piece so that they can learn the order of the words. And again, be sure that you emphasize not just memorizing it, but understanding what this verse means. It is a great way to recap your entire day at VBS, and that is episode 1.